Okay, everybody in Armed Forces Brewing Company land, Alan Beal, CEO of Armed Forces Brewing Company, here in the studio. It is 1700 Thirsty Thursday happy hour. There he is, America's Brewmaster Bob Ruprecht in the house. Producer Heather behind the scenes, taking your chat. Get in there, group. Get in there, hit the chat there. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what state you're in, because we have an amazing special guest with us today. And I'll tell you what, there's a backstory behind this. I saw her on LinkedIn and saw her in the news and on Fox News, and was reading about her and her foundation called Code of Vets. And I was like, my God, she's a USAF veteran. This is incredible work that this foundation does, Code of Vets. And I was like, I would love to get her in the company on our advisory board. She's doing such incredible work out there. So long story short, I'm going to Austin to my daughter's wedding. I'm going to give my daughter away, and I'm in the hotel working at the afternoon. It's about 4:00, and a friend in Annapolis, Nicole, texts me, and she goes, "Hey, look at Gretchen Smith. Look at this and what she's doing and everything." And I text, you should do a collaboration with her. So I was like texting Nicole back. I'm going, yeah, I've been watching her on social media and on the news and on LinkedIn and all that stuff. And you know what? It prompted me. I think I might have emailed her or messaged her on LinkedIn, Gretchen. I'm Alan Beal, Armed Forces Brewing Company, and love what you're doing, Gretchen. Like, give me a call. And I think she texts me pretty quick, like maybe 30 minutes later, and boom, history was made. So anyway, she is here with us today, gang. And there's a caveat to this. Gretchen is all the way coming to us from Taiwan. She has just moved to Taiwan for the next couple of years. Gretchen, welcome to the studio.
For having me, Alan.
There we go. We got her on here. We got her on here. So hang on. We want everybody to see what a badass you are. And we're going to get into a lot of topics here today. But we had a great time together, getting to know you really well out at the tank farm. And I'm going to play this. We had a lot of fun with this. So check it out.
Invest in Armed Forces Brewing Company today, or I'll come to your house and bench press your mom.
What this company needs is a woman's touch. The boys have showed you theirs, now I've showed you mine. What are you packing?
All right. I love that clip on so many levels. That's such a great clip. That's great. Anyway, Gretchen, welcome to the studio. You're over in Taiwan. How the hell did you guys get over to Taiwan? Tell everybody.
Well, my husband, both of us are Air Force veterans. We spent several in Europe, and so this is not when his company, expat assignment to supply chain issue. It just was a perfect time in our life, and we just were ready to, ready to downsize. Sold our home before the house was sold for asking price. So, everything has been up of the way.
So we got a little bit of a delay, and you're breaking up. I don't know if you're in Taiwan after all.
Yes.
So you're breaking up just a little bit, and hopefully the Communist government of China is not listening in.
Okay, I know.
There we go.
I know. Is that better?
Yeah, that is better.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to maybe that will help.
There you go. There you go. All right, so you guys are over in Taiwan, and when you got there, you were quarantined for a whole week in a hotel, right? We're watching your
Yes.
social media, Gretchen. It's like, oh my god, and all your followers and all that. I bet they were just terrified for you. You guys were over there. The food was the worst thing.
Oh my
Seeing what
gosh.
they were dropping off. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so locked in this room, and we can't no food options. It is what it is, and it's for some things we just couldn't eat. You wouldn't even be able to identify goals. There were. It was a great time. Back in shape, so we worked out for a while.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So you guys are out of quarantine now, because I've seen photos of you around Taiwan. Hey, look at us. We're here.
Yeah.
We're over here.
We're out exploring.
Look.
The food is great out. We're already starting to.
Got it. Gretchen, move in just a little bit more, because we're still getting that break up there.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you're halfway around the world, if not almost all the way around the world. You know what I mean?
Yes, we are. A 12-hour time.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 5 a.m. over there.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a USAF veteran. Okay, so tell us about what you did in the Air Force, because you were a gunner, right?
Yeah, well, I was a security provider, operational and physical security. Those years, I was in 4.5 years. Those years was in Ramstein, and I worked for a headquarters, NATO headquarters. I worked with 7 different, and it was experience. And yes, M60, I got my first duty station, Air Force Base. It's quite the challenge, given my size. I got it done, and I did it, and you used me, and I got to see at the tank farm, and that was seen one since my time in the military. That was awesome. I loved.
We're still getting this. You're going in and out there.
Okay.
We'll see if we can get that
out.
Say what now?
I said, hopefully we can get this work.
Yeah, something's like interrupting your microphone.
Do you want me to scan and just see if that helps?
Yeah. What'd you say?
To leave and then come back in the.
Yeah. See if that helps.
Maybe
we'll put you right back in the studio.
Okay.
Amen. Gretchen, stick around, everybody. We're going to get that little technical difficulty. We want to hear everything Gretchen has to say, because we got a lot of stuff to cover with her on this. So basically, her and her husband Joe are over in Taiwan, and they're going to be there for the next couple years. She's still running Coda Vets, incredible organization. We're going to bring her back in the studio here. You're back on.
All right. Did that help?
I think I don't know. Talk a little bit.
Well, we have a lot to talk about. We have an hour with everything that we're experiencing.
Yeah. We still got this. There's this interruption in there. Not sure what it is. So we can't hear all your sentences there.
Okay.
Let's let me see here. It's there's this delay.
Okay.
Let me see here. Anyway, let's talk a little bit. Let's just run right into Coda Vets and tell us. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's run a video. I want to run this video real quick, because it tells your story, and it tells the story of how you founded Coda Vets, and then you can weigh in on that. Okay, so I want everybody to see this. We posted this a while back. I want to post it again. Get out your Kleenex box. This is moving. The entire story is, and I told you this show is going to be impactful. So here you go.
My dad was the strongest man I ever knew. He always shared the story of coming home from war, being broken when I was a toddler, and he was at his lowest point in life. And his baby girl just toddled up to him, and I had unconditional love in my eyes. And I reached up and I grabbed my dad's hand. For one moment, he said, I felt like somebody. And not only did I feel like somebody, he said, I felt like Superman. I carry that story with me, and I'll never forget it. Dad was airborne infantry in Vietnam. He served 2 tours, and Dad was never fully able to talk about the trauma he went through. And he did go to the Asheville VA shortly after he got back from Vietnam, and the doctor told him something, and he said, Danny, he said, you have something called shell shock. He said, you need to shove it down, way down deep, and you need to suck it up and be a man. That's the last thing he should have shared with him, because my dad tried so hard. He tried for many, many years. And we ended up losing Dad with his battle with PTSD. We couldn't save him. We tried many times. We have made significant strides forward with PTSD. However, we have a long way to go. We still have 22 veterans per day committing suicide. My dad was one of them. The only thing I knew was to join the military. It gave me a path forward out of the poverty, out of the mountains of North Carolina, and it provided me an opportunity for a beautiful life. I met my husband over in Ramstein, Germany. I was able to complete 2 degrees. We just built the American dream together. We had 2 children. I built a beautiful life despite the hardship that I came from. I wanted to do something to honor my dad's life. His life mattered. Every veteran's life mattered. And so I started a Twitter page, and I called it Code of Vets. And I started sharing my dad's story from a daughter's perspective, and the veterans just flocked to it, and it exploded from day one. And it just organically grew into a 501c3. And fast forward almost 4 years later, I've raised $6 million on a 2% operating cost. I do not take a paycheck. My team, they do not take a paycheck. And we help veterans in real time to address the financial needs that they are experiencing in the moment, whether it's eviction notices, utilities, disconnect notices. It's been phenomenal. I was introduced to armed forces, and I was immediately attracted to it from day one. It's not only about beer, great beer, which I happen to love because I spent several years in Germany and developed that taste for beer, but it's a tribute to the military community. I want to grow with this. I want Code of Vets to be a part of this. The more that we partner, the more vets we can save. We've helped veterans in every state of the country. We can reduce that number of suicide we're experiencing. We can reduce that number of homelessness. The stronger our numbers are, the more powerful we are. And we're combating it together. To my dad, Sergeant Danny Smiley, I miss you every day, and everything I do is for you. Here's to you, Dad. We're making a difference. Your life matters. I got you.
That is powerful stuff, and I'll tell you what. Let's pop an adult beverage here. We're going to toast to Sergeant Smiley, Gretchen Smith, Code of Vets, all the veterans that she's helped, and all the veterans that Code of Vets is going to continue to help in our country. So I know you're on a mission, Gretchen. This is for them. Salute.
Thank you.
Okay. So Code of Vets taken off, raising $6 million. You've got a huge presence on Twitter and LinkedIn, and you're bringing in these donations. I don't think people understand what you're really doing here. These are veterans that are about to go homeless, like you said in the video. They're about to have their utilities cut off. They can't feed their family, their kids. They might have I'm watching your posts every day about the veterans that you are helping in their situations in real time. You're helping them in real time. They don't have to fill out an application and go through a whole bunch of bureaucracy. You're helping them immediately with the funding that you get. 2% operating cost budget. You're not taking a paycheck. It's all volunteer. It's you and one other volunteer person handling all of this. This is unique, Gretchen. So, can you fill us in on the process on how these vets find you and how you help them?
Well, yeah, word or reputation has grown, and we send them to our website need form. It's a half a page, and we require to vet their service. My partner Cindy Walter vets them and case management that they needed or at in life. Respond immediately, because nobody's ever done this before. 2 ladies and 2 and PayPal. Just the power of a prime example of it. Accomplished across the nation is incredible. Use it for something. So I push them. I talk about them. I share what Cindy's feverishly, and she does have that works under her to VA claims benefits, TANF, because when they come are in dire financials, trying to secure them long term, them fund immediately. Work both angles where their utility disconnects, getting them out of a car, but on the flip side, that they have the place to secure them long.
Gotcha. I think, again, Gretchen, I'm sorry, the connection is just killing it, the sentences here, so we're not getting the full up. So I'm gonna help a little bit here along.
Go ahead.
So Cindy is your partner in
Yes.
Code of Vets, and these people are contacting you through the website. Maybe people are referring these veterans in need. And I mean, you and I we're texting back and forth yesterday. There's a big issue going on right now with PayPal. A lot of the veterans that you are helping get you transfer funds to them through PayPal.
Yes.
Okay. So from what I understand, there's a big push right now. People are closing up their PayPal accounts all over the country right now because of a new user agreement or something like that, where they're going to start fining PayPal members a certain amount for some kind of, they called it misinformation or something like that. It's all over the news, folks. So Gretchen, you are trying to find alternative apps or ways to be able to transfer these funds, because so many of them are using PayPal. They may not have a bank account, these veterans in crisis. And that's sad. That's awful. That shouldn't be happening here.
Really crushed Code of Vets at a standstill right now. I've been pushing back is us, especially our home have bank accounts. They do not have debit cards. Address. We're very with the apps that we PayPal works. I'm very angry with what they did. They did it and walk it back. But angry, and then to shut their. They do not realize that Code of Vets is damage in all of this. I was sitting idle, waiting.
Okay, so let me spell it out for everybody here real quick. conservatives are out there closing up their PayPal accounts right now. This is hurting CODA vets because this is the way they transfer funds to these veterans in need. Okay. So I get it. You're pissed and all that kind of stuff. We are too, but CODA vets needs your assistance. The economy is, we all know the political landscape right now in the United States, the recession and talk and all the political problems economically here in the U.S. So what Gretchen is saying, Gretchen, we text back and forth because you're in Taiwan. We were texting back and forth last night about, people are closing up their PayPal accounts. Okay. Well, this is affecting a great organization like CODA Vets. And I got to tell you, they did walk it back. PayPal did walk back their $2,500 fine, whatever that was, that they were trying to implement. And I think the need here is to keep getting CODA vets these funds so they can get it transferred over to the veterans that they're helping through PayPal, because there's not a lot of alternatives out there. Am I getting that right, Gretchen?
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of alternatives out there.
But right now, stand with us and be patient.
Say that one more time. We had to break up because it was important.
We are alternatives, but for now, we need for people to stand and not crush us. Canceling PayPal. Can use credit card, right?
Okay. The PayPal cancel is crushing the organization from getting those funds out. That's basically what it is. And there's, like I said, there's just not a lot of alternatives out there right now. And whatever you can do, I mean, we're going to put codavets.org, www.codavets.org in the chat there. .com. I'm sorry. Codavets.com. Sorry. Put that in the chat. You can go and donate there. And we're going to, she's in Taiwan, but we're going to work with Gretchen and see if there's anything that we can do on that end as well. I know, Gretchen, we were texting back and forth about Walmart last night. Oh gosh, you said the name of the debit cards they use. They have
green dot cards.
Green dot cards. Okay. And the thing is with those is there's fees attached to them. Right. And those fees, they add up. They add up. So, I mean, we're literally going to try and, I think, together, and I'm sure you have you're connected all over the country with people as well.
Yes.
But it would be great to have Walmart step up, or somebody step up, one of these app companies, whatever it is, and help on this end, because the work you're doing, like I said, is helping vets in real time. And I mean, we see the posts every day. I mean, multiple posts per day of the people, of the veterans that you're helping. So anyway, we'll follow up on all this as well with that. But so once again, how you can donate to CODA Vets is go to www.codeofvets.com. I've donated, folks. I've donated myself. And I implore you to do so as well, because this is probably the most unique veteran outreach organization in the country. And AFBC and the team personally here, we want to put all our weight behind it and help Gretchen Smith and CODA Vets as much as possible. Wow. Do you get trolled or what?
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. Okay. So we're going to talk. We're going to come back and talk about the trolls here in just a second. but we got Gretchen in. You know, we get trolls too, and we got Gretchen in some of our videos here. We do a raw series where we get all of our veterans, Gretchen and Rob O'Neill and Ray Kashkar and Darren McBurnett together, and they have a beer and talk about the trolls. And we're going to discuss the trolls that troll Gretchen and Code of Vets here right after this. Check it out.
What's a losser? Is that a throat lozenger losser? We're a bunch of throat lozengers?
You know, that's someone that doesn't even take the time to hit right. That's an underachiever in so many different levels.
Yeah. Plus, there's autocorrect.
Yeah.
How do you fuck up so bad that autocorrect can't correct you?
You know what? Whoever you are, I want to send you a free 6-pack of beer because you're such a losser.
Hey, let's toast to lossers.
You just want to drink. She just wants to get drunk.
Wow.
Cheers. To lossers.
Okay, so that was like a mild troll video there. Here's what I don't get, and here's why our company and you know, me personally, Gretchen, we are sticking up for you out there with what you're doing and everything. You just simply love America. You're putting your all into helping our veterans out there. And yeah, you get political out there on your social media, but damn it, it's a labor of love. It's a posting of love for your country, the oath you took to our country, the time you served, your family story. That's what it's about. And the trolls are just absolutely ridiculously evil out there. And why do you think they do that?
They're jealous. I don't know. They a good thing, and I am a conservative voice. I have to freedom of speech, and they hate it. And work that I do, they hate believe in freedom of speech, and I'm a strong proponent of it. A lot of pushback and a lot of me dead. It's absolutely in.
So literally, we're talking death threats. We're talking death threats.
Oh, but I hope you die. You know, we should come to your house where you live. There was somebody DMing to cut my body parts. It's just,
oh man,
get vicious. They're very vicious, and here I am 7 days a week. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Good work I'm doing. All that my ideas, they disagree with them.
Yeah. Wow, it's amazing. I mean, Twitter's just a cesspool anyway. Really, to tell you the truth, it's nasty out there. Wow. Once again, www.codeofvets.com. Go there, donate. Let's help this organization, folks. And let's go into chat here real quick. Gretchen, we're going to go into chat. Let's see what we got going on here.
Okay.
Gretchen, I added Code of Vets as my charity on Amazon Smile. I want to make sure that it's really your organization. Have you received any payments from Amazon Smile? She's saying no. Does it really get to you? Thanks for all you're doing.
That's
Say that again, Gretchen, because you broke up.
that's not me.
That is not Gretchen Smith on Amazon Smile.
No.
Go, yeah.
That's
That is a scam.
it is Amazon with my certification. I Code of Vets has started and named it Code of Vets. I have to deal with. We all have.
It's hard to hear what she's saying because we have a delay there because Gretchen's in Taiwan. But here's the deal: the thing on Amazon Smile is a scam. Somebody else put up a Coda Vets account or something like that. So do not donate on Amazon Smile. I would say don't donate anywhere but the codavets.com.
Yeah.
That's the
Yep.
best place.
Yes.
Codavets.com, folks. Everybody, go there. Don't accept anything else or go anywhere else but codavets.com to donate. He says that sucks changing it now. That's our very good friend and family member Eric Tomsky there, fellow shareholder.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see who else we got here. Scott Diggs in the house. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Somebody says she might want to try speaking slower. That might help with the delay. So
Well,
try it. Say it again. Slower.
I will try that.
It's a little bit
That
better.
always works for me when I'm speaking a foreign language. Slowly.
All right. Let's see here. Hello, Tom from Kansas, Pennsylvania in the house. Ooh, North Dakota. Ann from North Dakota's in the house. That's awesome. Let's see who else we got here. New York is in the house.
Nice.
Okay. So, gosh, that delay is killing me.
Do you think it would be easier if you get up and I call in?
Can you want to try calling?
Yeah.
Call my phone.
Yeah.
Call my phone. I will literally, because I want to hear every word come out of your mouth. I will literally hold my phone up to this microphone so everyone out there can hear you. Seriously. You want me to call you?
Go ahead and call me.
Here, I'm going to try. I'm going to try calling Gretchen.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I have a theory about Chinese censorship.
Do you? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm going to, yes. Is it better?
Yeah. I'm holding the microphone. I'm holding the
Okay,
phone
great.
right up to the microphone. We can
Yes.
hear you now.
Perfect. Yes, let's just do it this way.
Oh, this is awesome. Okay. So let's
Okay,
go.
great,
Let's
great.
go all the way back to the issue with PayPal. I think this is a very important topic here. So just go through it again.
Yes, it
What's
is.
going on with donations and how everyone out there can help.
Okay. Well, we all know that with PayPal coming out with their latest policy of the $2,500 fine for misinformation of account holders, conservatives responded. They were infuriated, and I was too. I was very angry because this impacts our freedom of speech. It's very important. We are all fighting this and pushing back. Twitter is just as guilty, and so is Facebook, of censoring conservatives. It's just blatant. It's clear. We all have a very good understanding of what's going on with big tech. Well, there was this push to cancel PayPal for all the conservative blue checks, which I operate and live on Twitter, was pushing, let's shut PayPal down, let's hurt them, and I get that, I've been all on board when we've done things like that before. However, this time I was on the end of it where I actually felt the impact of what it's like when we start canceling businesses out. And I am the voice of thousands of veterans who are shattered, veterans who are broken, veterans who have lost hope. And for me, this time I found out what it felt like to be canceled because basically Codavets is at a standstill because we operate with PayPal. It's the most effective tool that we have found. We did extensive research. We have tried other apps in the past. And for us, Twitter and PayPal was that perfect combination. And they work well together. With us working in real time, dealing with veterans who are homeless, at risk for homelessness, do not have bank accounts, credit cards, debit cards, it just makes sense for us to use PayPal, because PayPal, not only can we get the funds to the veteran, but they have all of the reports that are required for our CPA firm and our auditing firm. They have a variety of detailed reports, and it keeps us transparent. And that's why I think we've been so successful, is we've kept our budget at 2%. We are incredibly transparent, and we get the funds to the veterans in that moment. So there has never been another org who has ever attempted this before. So shutting down PayPal basically is, we're collateral damage. Thousands of veterans are waiting in line. We actually had 3 combat vets struggling with PTSD who were homeless waiting on, and I had them out on Twitter, and we were not getting the funds in because everybody was canceling their PayPal. And for me, I was frustrated because, again, I'm a very strong conservative and have every right to be. But I was trying to let people know that, hey, there's a downside to this too. When we have knee-jerk reactions, people get harmed in real life, you know?
Yeah.
And so Code of Vets is one of those. And I'm not saying that we're going to stay with PayPal forever. What I'm saying is, because we deal with the volume that we deal with, millions of dollars, thousands of veterans, we can't just, flip a switch and switch to something else. It takes time. I'm actually in conversations with several different CEOs of different merchant processors, but it takes time. We have to find one that's going to fit Code of Vets. We have to find one that's going to be able to get funds to those vets. So I'm just asking for everybody to be patient and give us time. And you can donate on Code of Vets with a debit card or a credit card. But if you want to do an automatic payment, and this is the issue we're running into, you have to have a PayPal account. So right now I'm just telling people to donate, once a month, or just even a one-time give. Thousands of people who give, it really adds up, Alan. That's how we've always operated. Is
Bob, your theory might be coming true. Hang on, that dropped. Hang on, let me try this again. We're going to call her back.
Excuse me.
Let's try her back here. Now, folks, now you're getting the story, the whole story of what's going on here, and we just can't let this happen.
Hello, you've reached Gretchen Smith.
Hang on. Stand by, folks. Stand by. We're going to get Gretchen back on here. Hang on. Block the call. Block the call.
Hello, you've reached Gretchen Smith.
Well, we don't know what happened. Hang on. We'll see if we can get Gretchen back. In the meantime, let's see if we can get her back. Let's see, what do we got? In addition to donating, is there a way to contact people with those vets you assist in our local area? Hey, Kevin, I don't know, that might be a big help. Let's see. Let me try her again. We'll see if we can get her back on here, folks.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
Okay,
yes,
good.
We must have dropped the call there.
Yep. Okay, great. So anyway, we left off at everybody make manual payments on your debit card, credit card, whatever, for right now until we work out the process here, or some other alternative to that. Okay, so I going back to the Walmart thing, just clarify the Walmart thing real quick as well regarding the green dots.
Yeah, we do use Walmart. Yes, we use Walmart with our homeless vets. Our vets who have those cards through the VA and Social Security where they have their disability checks that go directly to this card. You cannot add money to that card unless it's a monthly paycheck. So what we do is we have these vets who are very, very limited income. It's not enough income to get them out of the car or out of the shelter. So we have them go get the Green Dot card, and we help them create a PayPal account and attach that card to the PayPal account. So that's how that's the secret. That's how we get these funds to the veterans. And it's literally, it's a little bit of, patchwork, but we do it. We figured it out, and it's actually very quick and simple. And every single vet that we've, attempted this with, we've been successful. So again, I am looking for other alternatives to bring. I mean, there's a vast array of how I can bring in donations. It's just we are very limited as to how I push them out to the veterans. So what may end up happening is, and I do think most people will be okay with it, is that we'll find a merchant processor to help us bring in the donations, and I just will continue to use PayPal to the homeless vets. Because nobody has to have a PayPal account for us to do that. We do. We're the only ones who has to have one.
Gotcha.
So I think that's going to be a fair compromise. I think that most people will be okay with that, given how unique we are. And I feel like, Alan, it's on all of us to protect this platform.
Yeah.
Because it's so effective, and we've given so many chances at life. I've got so many success stories. It's worth saving. And that's what we're working hard right now is to salvage it.
Sure. Let's talk about some of those success stories, Gretchen. Because as I was saying earlier, I mean, you're helping veterans that are in real crisis, not only economically, but, these kind of crises trigger PTSD, and they trigger veteran suicide, and you're saving lives by helping them like you're doing. It's very unique. Tell us about some of the success stories and the stats.
Oh, absolutely. Right now we have over 1,000 veterans per month applying for help. That's how bad our economy is right now. And one of my favorite stories I love to share is of a single dad down in Georgia with two little ones, not even in school yet, sole parent, was behind on his bills, was being evicted, had utilities disconnect notices as well, heard about Could-a-Vets, applied. And and generally I don't interact with the veterans in person. That's what Cindy's job and role is. But somehow he connected with me, and I said, you know what, we're going to put you at the front of the line. He was in tears on the phone. He was stressed out. He has PTSD, a combat vet, and he was going to lose his apartment, and him and his children were going to be homeless. He had missed a month of work, and you cannot miss a month of rent. Landlords will not put up with that. So he was being evicted. So I was able to get out there, put him at the front of the line because two little ones were involved. That same day, I raised his money, PayPal'd it to him. He was able to get caught up on his rent, and we were able to pay one extra month of rent, and his utilities disconnects. And he called me back a few weeks later. He had gotten another job. He was stable. He was okay. And he was in tears again. And he said, Gretchen, you do not know what you did for my family. He said, now I'm sleeping. He said, I hadn't slept in weeks. He said, I was stressed out. I couldn't think clearly. He said, I don't even know what to say. And I said, you don't need to say anything. I said, I don't want you to thank me. I said, we're family. And that's what we do. We take care of each other when we hit hard times. And that's what we do all day, every day, Alan. We're impacting real lives. They have children involved. And what we do is, there's not another org who can get them the funds in the manner that we do.
Yep.
And that's why it's so important for us. We had a single mom vet who her electric was turned off. She had a 12-year-old autistic son. All of the food was spoiled in the refrigerator. So she threw everything away on a limited income, did not have the money to replace it. So they're sitting in the dark with no food. And that same day, I was able to raise the funds, get her electric turned on and raised enough to cover the next month as well to stabilize her. And we also sent some extra funds for food. And this woman, you would have thought that she won the lottery, Alan. It was just, she just was blubbering on the phone. And that's, it's powerful. Some of our vets, they become suicidal over these issues. They get in these financial situations. They can't find a way out. They don't see a way forward. And that's where we lose our vets.
Yeah.
If you're going homeless with your kid and you're going to be living in the car on the street, that is very serious. And it can trigger our vets. And so that's what we're doing is not only are we giving them a second chance and we're stabilizing them in that moment, but we're saving a life. And, I'm partnered with another organization called Camp Hope, and they do 6 months residential for PTSD, and it's combat vets helping combat vets. And the founder and I are great friends, and and we help them out a lot. We covered dozens of plane tickets to get veterans to that facility. And as veterans are leaving, some of them are leaving homeless, Alan, because they have to leave their jobs or they have lost their jobs because of their erratic behavior, because they don't know how to manage their PTSD.
Yeah.
So, 6 months is a long time. They some of them lose everything. They walk out with nothing but the clothes on their back. So guess what? That's where Code of Vet steps in. And we secure an apartment with them. We provide the security deposit, the rent, and the utilities deposit, and it just gives them a chance to rebalance and to find a job and to get those paychecks coming back in. And we do an Amazon wish list, and we fill that apartment with everything that they need, and it just really helps them, because they just came out of 6 months of treatment into a very stressful situation. I have no place to go. Or my family, was living with, relatives or with friends, and they can't stay there forever. And they're saying, hey, you got to get out. And so it stresses out the vet again.
Yeah, exactly.
So we partnered with, and we're talking about combat vets. This org only deals with them. And so these guys they've seen it all. They've lost friends. Some of them they've lost an arm, or they're blind in one eye, or they've got hearing issues. They are all been beat up with war. And it is the least that we can do to step in that moment and to say, hey, you know what? You're not alone. We've got you. We can get you into an apartment. We can get your family into an apartment. We can get you beds, dishes. Don't worry about it. Just go get a job. And they do. And it's amazing to see it happen. It's amazing for them. And then guess what? We have a lot of them turn around and they start becoming donors of Code of Vet. So $5 a month. That's amazing. It's a domino effect. And then they're helping their brothers and sisters.
You're lifting them up and out and up, lifting them out and up. Gretchen Smith with us, founder of Code of Vets, Armed Forces Brewing Company, advisory board member and shareholder. Hang on, we're going to play a little commercial here and come back with Gretchen Smith in just a second. Everybody stand by. More to talk about.
This is Armed Forces Brewing Company, and we do things a little bit different.
Do you like beer, hanging out with fellow patriots, and tanks? Of course you do.
All Armed Forces Brewing Company investors are invited to an exclusive event built around those three things. And the general public can come too. Meet the team. Try pre-release beers.
Hang out with veterans and special operators like me. Eat kick-ass food.
Listen to awesome music from Navy veteran and patriotic rocker Dave Bray USA and country music artist Tim Montana. And take a shitload of selfies with tanks.
For as little as $200, you can own real stock in our great American brewery.
Join us for Rally Point 2022 at the Americans in Wartime Experience in Northern Virginia.
You don't want to miss it.
The general public can buy tickets and join us at Rally Point after the shareholders only portion of our event.
Okay, we are back. Alan Beal, CEO of Armed Forces Brewing Company, here with Brewmaster and Chief Brewing Officer Bob Ruprecht in the house. producer Heather, and our special guest Gretchen Smith is on the line. We got her here. We had a little bit of a delay on the studio feed there, but we got her on the phone without any problem. Y'all can hear her now and hear her explain what's going on over at her foundation, Code of Vets. If you'd like to donate, that's code www.codeofvets.com. And Gretchen, can we talk about beer for just a sec?
Absolutely.
Because I mean, you know, I'm an Air Force brat, so I know what you're talking about. U.S. Air Force vets, a lot of them have been to Germany because we have a lot of bases over there, right?
Yes, we do. Yes.
So when you all go over there and you're stationed in Germany, you get some of the best beer in the world over there.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we were introduced. Yeah, we would go to the Oktoberfest, which, you know, that's just a huge part of German culture. And so is beer. I mean, beer is just the common drink there. And, you know, we were able to sample quite a bit. And so what surprises everybody is that I absolutely love the dark beer. I just love everything just the richness of it. It's robust. I prefer it over the light. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, there's some light beers I like, but that's my favorite. So I cannot wait. I am looking forward to our company doing something dark because I know I'm going to love it.
Well,
so I'm excited.
America's Brewmaster does have some German roots, considering his last name is Ruprecht. And
Bob, is there anything on the horizon?
Yeah. Go ahead, Bob. What?
We were talking last week about something we're bringing to the Rally Point this year, and we've teamed up with Sierra 22 coffee roasters, and we are doing a coffee porter.
Gretchen likes coffee porter because I asked her about it at the Take Farm when we were there. Oh. I said, "Do you like porters?" She's like, "Hell yeah, I do."
Oh my gosh,
it is dark.
Yes, I do. I love porter beer.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into that, and we're gonna link up one of our beers with Code of Vets as well. Do the same alignment that we did with Preamble with John Daly Major, Ed Hart of Alliance Foundation. We're gonna do that with Code of Vets. So that's coming. Bob, you were going to say something else. I'm sorry.
Dennis is asking, did we crack open the beers yet? And yes, we did.
Bob.
Sorry, Dennis.
You know what? You're going to get mobbed at Rally Point, Bob. After everybody watching these shows we do and the beers that, you know, you're getting to taste and we're not, they're going to be mobbing you at Rally Point when the shareholders get in. So Gretchen, yeah, Bob's like, we're just gonna have to stick Bob behind the pouring beer and stuff. We should do that. Bob, what about you and me shirtless in November at the tank farm pouring beer?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That is hilarious.
I'm kidding.
Well, I don't have a six-pack. A keg.
You've got a keg. Bob, you and I are losing weight, though. We look good for our age. We're old men. Anyway, so Gretchen, let me ask you some more stuff here. You obviously love beer. But you're not going to be able to be at Rally Point, but you're still going to make an appearance because you're in Taiwan. Unfortunately, you won't be able to be.
I'm going to do a video.
You're going to do a video for us.
I'm going to do a video for you guys. Yes, I'm going to. Yes, I want to be able to say hello to the team and to all of the shareholders and to the public in general, and just let them know what fantastic beer it is. It's actually one of my favorites. Joe and I. We love it. We've tasted beer around the world. And when I first got out of quarantine at the share, that's what I had. I had a burger and a beer.
Did you?
And it was so good. And it was German beer, actually,
Really?
Yes, I can't wait to do the video. Yeah. I'll make sure that the city is in the background. It'll be fantastic.
There you go. Give us that background, that Taiwanese background, like Bob was saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Taiwan on in Taiwan, Bob said before we start the show.
Exactly. Yeah. I have to figure out how to get that beer over here.
Yeah, I know. I know you were texting me. I got to figure out how to get that beer over here to Taiwan. I started to think, well, see, we've had a exporter that wanted to take our beer over to Asia like years ago. Global Craft Trading over in Wilmington, California, wanted to take our beer overseas to Taiwan and Japan and over there in the Asian peninsula there. So we got to go get that brewing facility.
You never know.
You never know.
That's right. Yep. You got to secure that. We're growing fast though. I'm part of it. I'm watching it. It's fantastic to be part of such an amazing brewery. I mean, because it's not just about the beer. It's just about honoring American, our military men and women who have sacrificed so much. And what a fun way, what a beautiful way to do it. You know, it's to have a bunch of veterans come in together, have a beer, have a good time, you know, to meet up at the tank farm. It's amazing. It's such a fun journey to be a part of, you know, and to watch it grow, and all of these contracts are being secured. And I think that's part of why that, you know, Walmart and Publix all want to be a part of it, because it's America. You know, Who doesn't, you know, like a good beer, you know, and most Americans love veterans and, you know, do appreciate the service. And I just think it's a great combination, you know?
Yep. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Gretchen Smith, USAF veteran, Armed Forces Brewing Company advisory board member and shareholder, founder of the incredible Code of Vets. And again, everybody, if you want to go donate, go to www.codeofvets.com. Producer Gretchen has put that link in chat. Please do so. I know the economy's tough. It's really tough on these veterans that are in crisis, and Code of Vets is the unique veteran outreach foundation in the country that is helping these veterans out of crisis in real time, saving lives. You've got to follow Gretchen on social media. What platforms are you on, Gretchen?
We actually are on 8 different platforms, but my primary, you know, largest, of course, is Twitter and LinkedIn. And then, you know, we have a smaller presence on Facebook, on Instagram, Truth Social, Gab, Getter. I think Clout Hub, we're on there. So we're on quite a few, but really Code of Vets is Twitter. It's Twitter and PayPal. And that's how we operate. That's how we've raised the millions. And let me, if you can't give, because we're in such a time right now that it's just, you know, historic inflation is crushing all of us. Discretionary funds are just not there for most families. Just get out there and follow us and share the mission, because you never know when that share or retweet will touch the heart of the donor. And it's not just about that money. Your retweet can save a life. And I'll end on this story, Alan. I had a veteran DM me and said, "Gretchen, can you call me?" And that's what I do. I called him. And I said, "Hey, it's Gretchen with Code of Vets." And he said, "You don't know my name." And he said, "You don't need to." He said, "I just needed to tell you that last summer you saved my life." He said, "I was sitting at the kitchen table and I had a gun in my hand and I had my phone in the other hand." He said, "I was going through a hellacious divorce. I didn't know if I was ever going to see my kids again." And he said, "I'm going to be honest." He said, "I have a problem with alcohol." So I don't blame her. And he said, "But that day," he said, "my phone vibrated. And I looked down my phone and it was a tweet from Code of Vets. And it was a tweet about hope." Yeah. And he said, "I clicked on that tweet and started reading the replies from other veterans." And he said, "That day I chose different." And that's what Code of Vets is. That's what we do, is we share hope. And we're there for each other out in the social media world, because you never know when those words, those veterans are going to read it in that moment. And sometimes all it takes is just somebody encouraging you to say, "Don't give up, keep going, take that next step. It's going to get better." You're not the only one who's walked this path. There are many of us out here that have suffered. You're not doing this alone. Yeah. And so that's what we do out there every day. And if you cannot donate, you can retweet, you can share. those posts because they work. The veterans watch them and they read them. And what we say, words are powerful. What we say matters.
Yes. And while you're at it, if you're on Twitter, if you have a little extra time and want to chime in and tell one of those trolls there to suck it, please do that too for Gretchen. That'd be great.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Hey, Alan, we can't hear you.
Oh, that's good. I thought I was the only one.
I thought it was me as well. I still can't hear you, Alan.
All right, Heather. Well, it's up to you and I to, keep this going. Let's read Alan's lips.
Yeah, let's try to figure. Let's do it. What's that? Bad lip reading or something.
Anyway, what we were saying
there he is.
Second, respond back to the trolls and tell them to, go to hell or whatever. Anyway,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
We don't need them.
Nope, not at all. America doesn't need them. Anyway, Gretchen Smith, we love you. We thank you for coming on. I know it's super early there. It's now almost 6 a.m. in Taiwan. Give your love to Joe. Give our love to Joe as well. Yeah, the food thing on there was not appetizing, and
it was not.
It just didn't look like it would go with a cold beer either. Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Gretchen, for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. I can't wait to get back and see everybody, and I'll be pushing that video out to you soon.
All right. Thanks so much, Gretchen. Ladies and gentlemen, Gretchen Smith, Code of Vets, www.codeofvets.com, where you can donate. Let's do a little video here, Bob, and then we'll come back and give everybody our final thoughts today.
How would you like to shoot an American enemy with us? One shot, one kill. Hoorah!
Imagine joining me and other veterans at a shooting range where you pick the face of an enemy of the greatest country in the world and turn it into Swiss cheese with live ammo.
Everyone who invests in Armed Forces Brewing Company gets some great perks in addition to real stock in our company.
America!
And each of our thousands of investors are invited to attend our annual shareholders party, Rally Point.
If you invest $50,000, you're automatically invited to shoot with us at this year's shareholder party. We'll also be holding a random drawing where 2 lucky shareholders will be invited to attend our soon-to-be infamous Shoot an American Enemy event.
You pick the enemy to shoot.
You pick your target.
You pick your ammo, and you shoot your enemy in the face.
Well, you don't actually shoot your enemy, you shoot a picture of the enemy. Because obviously we can't have your enemy here, because most of them are dead already. But if they were here, then I would have to clean it up, and I don't want to clean it up.
Invest today at Armed Forces Brewing Company. Employ more veterans at the only beer company that lets you shoot an American enemy in the face. Bob, do you want to shoot an American enemy in the face? Do you? Well, you're gonna. Yeah. You're gonna at Rally Point. You're gonna be there, shooting an American enemy in the face with everybody. You and me both. We're gonna shoot with the vets, the trained vets.
Excellent.
But no, people, we're not drinking beer while we shoot the guns. I mean, we've had trolls on there. I think somebody on my LinkedIn page. Oh yeah, safe combo, alcohol and guns. Like, you dumbass. You think we're that stupid? Or, I mean, So no, we're not drinking while we shoot. Absolutely not. Safety comes first. But you can come and shoot guns with me and Bob and our partner Rob O'Neill and Darren McBurnett and Major Ed Polito, and we're gonna have a great time, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Now, Bob, you got some hardware. You're a member of a shooting club, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yes. Yes,
Cool.
I have a little hardware.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, we have. Yeah. I have a little bit of hardware too, and I think I'm going to go out and get some more hardware because I obviously love them. You know. So anyway, Bob, final thoughts today as we kind of transition out. That was a lot to take in from Code of Vets.
Does so much good. You know, I like Gretchen out there working for vets, combat vets. She cares so much. She's so passionate. Anything we can do to help her out is a home run in my book.
Amen. Amen to that, man. And we're hoping we're planting some seeds just by doing this, you know, our meager little show here at Armed Forces Brewing Company Happy Hour. So we're off to the Bone Frog Open this weekend to help raise money for the Uncommon Grit Foundation. That is our fellow shareholder and advisory board member, Darren McBurnett. That's his organization. Uncommon Grit puts on the Bone Frog Open down in Richmond every year, raising money for the Uncommon Grit Foundation, which helps with veterans and first responders and special operators and their families. We did a little donation to the Uncommon Grit Foundation in the name of Patrick Feeks, fallen Navy SEAL, who's actually a hometown Annapolis guy. So he's even got, Bobby's got a marker over there. God, I forgot what bridge it's at. I've had to go over there a couple times. I remember a year or two ago, somebody had vandalized his mile marker there, and somebody teed me off on social media. So we ran over there to back over there. But it's a great organization and a great event, and we're going to be there over the weekend.
That's the bridge coming in Annapolis by the State House, right?
Yep. So we're excited to do that. One of the most moving experiences I've ever had was there when they do the walk and say the names of all the fallen Navy SEALs and walk down to and place the flags on the makeshift monument there with the SEAL helmet, Navy SEAL helmet. Let's see, what do we got here? Any last comments before we sign off here? I love the fact this great company is taking care of our brave heroes in every military branch. Thanks, Steve. And I'll tell you what, we've got the best brewmaster in the country, and are very proud of our beer, and very proud of our growth, and very proud to have all of you as shareholders. But if we're not giving back, it's all meaningless. If we're not giving back in some way to our veterans and first responders, it's kind of meaningless in our view. And that's what we're about. So thanks for that, Steve. Scott, thanks so much, everybody. Bob, last word, sir. 2 words, beer.
Cheers.
There it is. I cheers to you, my friend. I cheers to you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. You never know. We're going to do some Facebook and Instagram lives from the Bone Frog over the weekend. Thanks to everyone, producer Heather as well. And we'll see you soon.